Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk a little bit about phishing emails. As you know, we've had some phishing going on in the emails over the past, couple of months really. We had a couple of emails from somebody pretending to be Kelly. We had an email from John pretending to be John a while back. And so I just wanted to take a minute to make sure we all know what to do when we get a phishing email. And I made a list over here to the side. If you just want to pause and read, that's fine too. So first of all, I want to thank you for letting me know about the phishing emails that you receive. I would rather hear from 50 of you than not hear from any of you. I don't need to hear from everybody. You know, if you know that somebody else has reported, you don't need to report it. But when in doubt, just send me a note, give me a text or phone call to let me know. But usually I get it from the first person and I know kind of what's gone on. Thank you for being so good about communicating with us, because really that is how we can stay protected, that communication. So the next thing I'd want you to know is phishing emails are meant to trick you into replying. So the person who sends the phishing email is trying to trick you. When you reply, it lets the scammer know that your email has a real person behind it. You know, they probably just went and grabbed the emails off our website, and they're sending them, in hopes that somebody will answer. But they don't know for sure until somebody actually replies. So then the more emails they get verification of, then they're going to send more emails and try to trick you again. And if you look at it, we're going to go down to number 5 here. Let's look at, why they might use Kelly, for example, or John, like they did a couple months back. You can see on our webpage that those people are supervisors. So they're likely to come to us with things that they need to be done, need to do. And most of us, we really want to do a good job, and I think all of us want to do a good job, and we want to make ourselves available if we can. So you might notice the language that the scammers used, "Are you available?" That's language that gets our attention because we want to be available. We want to be helpful. And the scammers prey on this instinct to help. So you have to kind of set that aside when you see that email, because I'm going to go to number 4 here. The person who the scammer pretends to be didn't get hacked, right? They're trying to hack you or scam you by using the name of a person that you know. So they're preying on that instinct that we want to be helpful. And so, like I said, we have to kind of just set that aside when we see a message that looks a little bit odd. And you know that the message is coming in from Kelly, not Kelly, and John, not John, looked odd. One of the biggest things about them that was odd, besides the language in the email, the last one, Kelly, pretending to be Kelly, asked us to run a task. That's not language she's going to use with us, probably. She might ask us, if we free, are we free for a minute, are we available, but you're not going to ask us to run a task. So the school email is always going to end with @sad4.org. Okay, it may be sad4.com. You might say that. But they're not going to end with gmail.com. Nobody from the school is going to be using a school email to email you with @gmail.com. And none of us are going to be using a personal email to email you. Okay, if we're doing school business, we're going to be using school email. So that's something just to keep an eye on. This last one, her last name had a 1 after it. We don't have any numbers in our names. Okay, they're just letters. And that's just something kind of to pay attention to as well. So, these phishing folks, these scammers, actually provide us a good opportunity to take a look at, what we're doing, because we didn't end up giving any financial information or any sensitive information, as far as I know, at least none that was reported to me. So it's something that we can learn and pay attention to for next time. Now, one of the most important steps here that you're going to want to do and to know about is when you get an email like that, if you've opened it, you've opened it, but you're going to mark it as spam. Please do not reply to it. And I know I mentioned mark it as spam to some of you, and you might not know quite what I meant. So I just want to pick an email here. I've opened up an inbox. Okay, so let's just say that this I don't know, this Teespring, whatever that is, we're gonna check it. Okay, and then you have all these different options up here. You can archive it. This is the one you want. Okay, it looks like a stop sign with an exclamation point in it, and when you hover over it, it says report spam. Okay, if you delete it, it's okay too. It's no problem, but that's deleting. But what reporting it as spam does is it tells Google, this is a spam message. This is a spam message. We don't want it. Okay, and then Google learns. So what you folks might find interesting is many of you did mark yesterday's message as spam, and then the tech department, we received an email actually from Google saying we had a high level of emails marked as spam. So Google learned about that, and now Google's going to be keeping an eye out for when these types of messages are coming at us. So we're going to actually just go ahead and report spam there, and it'll say report spam and unsubscribe. So obviously I was subscribed to that for some reason, but this message will be marked as spam. Would you like to also stop receiving similar messages? And then just go ahead, either just report, probably just report it, because you're probably not going to be subscribed to something. But if you just click report, then, so go ahead and you click it. I'm not going to report it, but just go ahead and click it. And then you actually have a, if you go down all the way over here, you can see you have a spam box. There's a whole bunch of, spam in there, because that's where spam stuff goes. All right, and anyway, get back into your inbox. But you can do that with any message that's spam. Maybe, somebody keeps contacting you. It doesn't have to be a phishing message. It could be any message that's spam. Just click it. I'm not going to report Apple Teacher as spam. And then you click report spam, and then it goes to your spam box. Okay? If you've got any questions about this, you can go ahead and reach out to me. And hopefully, we'll continue to be vigilant and continue to stay protected against, phishing and the scammers that are out there just trying to prey on our helpful instincts. Have a great weekend.